Boys and Girls Club, it's Miss Melissa here. I hope you've had an awesome week so far. Today we are going to be making fortune tellers, but not just any normal fortune teller. We are going to be making mindfulness fortune tellers. So instead of having a goofy, silly fortune on the inside, instead we are going to write some activities that we could do to practice some mindfulness. So just to kind of take a pause, take a little moment of relaxation during our time. So let's get started.
First, you just need to find a space that you can spread out a little bit. The items you need include paper, any kind, construction woodwork, or just plain white printer paper, scissors, as we'll have to cut just a little bit of paper, and also some colors of your choice. So you can use markers, crayons, colored pencils, maybe gel pens, anything you have on hand that looks pretty cool. Alright, let's clear everything out of the way. The first thing is that we have a rectangle piece of paper and we need to make it square. So all you need to do is fold one corner over to match up with the long end of the piece of paper. You want to make sure that the corners line up really nice, and when you crease it, the two edges that you folded together match up perfectly. No need to rush this part here because you want to make sure to have a really nice square before we start folding up the fortune teller. Awesome. So now you can see we have this long, skinny rectangle. Grab your scissors because this is what we're going to cut off that's going to make this paper a perfect square. Great. Now let's go ahead and open up our piece of paper. As you can see, that's a nice looking square. We already have one crease in the square, so let's fold it the other way, corner to corner, into a triangle to create another crease in our square. This is going to help us fold straight and correct lines. Now we want to fold each corner in to meet the center of the square, which we know where the center is because that's where our two crease lines have crossed. So go ahead and fold in each corner of your square to the middle. Stellar work. Now we need to essentially do the same thing on the other side. So flip over your paper and bring in each corner to meet the center of the square. Sweet. Now, what I like to do is just fold my fortune teller in half both ways, kind of like a hot dog, just creating a really nice crease. This is going to help us move the paper easier here in just a moment. All right, there we go. We officially have our fortune teller. Now, of course, we need to decorate it, but it works, and we can move it, and you can see if you've ever made a fortune teller before, we have completed our task. So go ahead and flatten out your fortune teller with the side with the least amount of folds up. This is the side, the outside, that we'll be putting our numbers on, 1 through 4. Awesome. So now that we have the outside taken care of, let's lay it flat on the other side with the numbers down to work on the inside. On these 8 little triangles, we're going to be writing different colors on them. I'm going to use colored pencils for this part. In total, you're going to want 8 different colors. Now, it's okay if you don't have 8 different colors of pencils or markers or whatever, but it always makes it a little more fun when we write the colors in the actual color they are. Okay, so now that we have our colors picked out, we're going to write on the little triangles the color that we're writing with. So it looks like, let's do red first, and then I'm going to do purple, and then so on from there, repeating that with each of the 8 colors that you have on each of the smaller triangles. Fantastic. So now we have all of our colors written down. The next thing we got to do is work on the very inner part of our fortune teller. So as you can see, there's actually 2 separate spots that kind of make bigger triangles that we can do 2 different fortunes. So I'm going to use this black colored pencil just to kind of create some dots to separate out my 2 separate fortunes that will exist on the inside of one flap. Super. So now we get to actually write down our mindfulness fortunes on the inside. So in each of the bigger triangles created by the crease and the black dots, you will write a different fortune or a different mindfulness activity. What you write on the inside is totally up to you. Remember, we just want to do activities that allow us to take a pause, take a break, just find a little bit of relaxation and calm throughout our day. So be creative. You can be as fun, goofy, silly, whatever that you want to be. This is totally up to you. So in mine, I'm writing things like choose a color and find 7 objects of that color, or see how long you can stand on 1 foot, or count to 10 on your fingers and then count back to 1. Whatever you put doesn't have to be super hard. I mean, it's simple and fun. Whatever would work for you. You just need 8. So now that we're done, we can fold up our fortune teller and it is ready to be used. Let's practice. I'm going to choose 4 and then open and close. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's see. Green. G-R-E-E-N. Purple. Go outside and notice 7 things you can hear.
You finished, and now you have 8 potential mindfulness fortune telling activities to do.
All right, we did it. We have made our mindfulness fortune teller. So the cool thing about these is that you can, play with it just yourself and practice some mindfulness things just you, or you can do it with another person. So you could have a brother and sister use your fortune, or maybe a cousin or a family member, or really any friend who you're around. So it's pretty cool. Remember, you can always decorate yours as much or as little as you'd like. You can choose any different colors to be on the inside, and of course you can have any activity that would be the most fun for you to do. The cool thing about these is that there really aren't any 2 that are exactly alike. So even if you make one, you can always make another one. So I hope you've enjoyed our mindfulness fortune telling today. I hope you practice these either by yourself or with a friend, and I hope it's enjoyable overall. All right, guys, have an awesome week, and I will see you next time. Bye.